You've been chasing that sound for days, maybe weeks. You've got that tone in your head, that edge of breakup growl. You fiddle with the knobs, you move pedals around like chess pieces. Maybe I should buy better cables. You strum a chord. Not bad, but something's missing. The secret sauce. You grab your clon, and there it is. That sweet, sweet tone. You mic up your Fender Deluxe Reverb, that sweet spot on the speaker. Perfect. You hit record. You barely get your first take in. Everything's perfect until the session ends. The studio shuts down. The rig gets packed up. You tear it apart, and with that once-in-a-lifetime sound. Unless you capture it. Hello, everyone. I'm Dan Kleederman here in Dimension 70 Studio in New York City to walk you through how to capture the tone of your amps, pedals, and outboard gear using TONE3000. TONE3000 is for anyone obsessed with tone. Whether you're a touring musician, session guitarist, or a bass player, or a bedroom producer working out of your apartment, TONE3000 lets you capture your tone so you can take it anywhere, anytime, for free. TONE3000 is powered by NAM, short for Neural Amp Modeler. If you want a full breakdown of how it works, check out our previous videos. But for now, here's why capturing your tones with TONE3000 changes the game. You can capture your tones and use them privately to play live without lugging around heavy, expensive, fragile rigs, recreate your signal chain without setting it up every time you want to play through it, or archive your gear, amps, pedals, and chains that deserve to live forever. You can also make them public, to share tone packs with musicians around the world, experiment freely, swap tones, and test new gear combinations without rerouting a single cable, and also be an active contributor to the largest and fastest growing community of tones in the world. And soon you'll be able to make money from your captures. When you capture a tone, TONE3000 creates or trains a NAM file to model your sound. You don't need a powerful computer or GPUs to do this. All processing happens on our GPUs in the cloud. There are two different methods to capture your gear: the sweep signal method and the dry wet method. The sweep signal method is usually what we recommend for best accuracy. A sweep signal is a carefully designed recording that hits your gear with all sorts of bursts of amplitudes and frequencies, so the model learns everything it needs, and it only takes a few minutes. Here's what you'll need: a DAW, an audio interface, a Reamp box, and of course, the gear you'd like to capture. If you don't have a Reamp box, use the dry wet method. First, make sure your rig is set up, your knobs are dialed in, and your mic is perfectly placed. Now you're ready to capture. Head over to tone3000.com, click Create Tone, select Capture, and download the sweep signal file. Make sure that all settings on your signal chain are set to produce the tone you want to capture. Plug the output of your audio interface into your Reamp box, going into the input of the gear you are capturing. A Reamp box converts a line-level low-impedance signal from an audio interface into an instrument-level high-impedance signal for a guitar amplifier or pedals. If your interface and gear are connected to different power sources, you can get ground loop hum without a ground lift. It's super important to remove the hum, otherwise the audio is too noisy. In your DAW, load the sweep signal file onto an audio track. Route the sweep signal track to an output of your interface. Record the output from your amp head, pedal, outboard gear, or full rig onto another track in your DAW. Adjust your input gain to peak around -8 dB to avoid clipping. Now, play the sweep signal through your gear. Export the recorded track as a WAV file, 24-bit, 48 kHz mono. The length of the export must be the same as the sweep signal file. If not, you'll get an error. Upload the file to tone3000.com. If you plan to share your captures publicly, we recommend capturing your gear at multiple knob settings, at least 5 models for each piece of gear, although top creators capture way more. Once uploaded, type in your model name. Your model name should help users tell the difference between the knob and mic settings. Here's what I put: Fender Deluxe Reverb, Volume 5, Treble 6, Bass 4, Clon, Gain 10, SM57. Next, we head to the training settings. The default settings are good if it's your first time, but here are a few tips for an even higher quality capture. Go with Standard, enable Best Fit, and for the Max Epic section, we recommend 400. but feel free to experiment. The epoch count is the number of times the neural network trains on the entire data set of input and output samples. Now, it's time to fill in your tone pack details. If you're keeping your tone private, you can fill this section out however you like. If you're sharing a tone pack publicly, make sure it's clear that your capture comes from real analog gear. Use real photos, write detailed descriptions, and include as much information as possible. This helps build trust, especially for users new to TONE3000 and digital modeling. For the title, type in the make, model, and year of your gear. Keep it neat and easy to find. Select the gear type. We just captured a Fender Deluxe Reverb recorded with an SM57, which is a full rig. Type in the make and model of every component in your signal chain. Next, we'll upload a photo of the gear we just captured. A real photo of the actual gear you captured is required. Ideally, your photo should be taken during the capture process. This builds trust with new users that you captured real analog gear. Anything else like stock photos, AI images, graphics, or logos will be removed by our moderation team. Now, type in the description. Try to be as descriptive as possible here. Talk about the sound, mention any history of the gear you may be aware of, famous musicians who may have used it, fun facts, detailed descriptions of your signal chain, and anything else that helps users learn about your gear. Next, add tags for genre, tone, decade, artist, etc. Then, any links you may want to add as well. Enable or disable visibility based on your preference. Go through the tone sharing policy. TONE3000 is designed for sharing authentic analog gear. There are only a few cases where amp sims or plugins are allowed, so please review. Hit submit, and the training will begin. One thing to note here is you can train multiple models at once, so you don't need to wait for the current model to finish training to start the next one. You can even batch upload tons of recordings at once. You can see now that the training is complete. You've created a neural amp modeler file of your tone. Now, let's look at the ESR, or error to signal ratio, which measures how closely your model matches the real gear. The closer the ESR is to 0, the better. A high ESR usually means something went wrong, like clipping, noise, or misalignment. Our ESR is looking great. You can preview your tone in the preview section. Now, let's listen to our model. So you started with your tone, your rig, your sound. You set up your DAW, plugged in your audio interface, reamped the sweep signal, and hit record. You exported it, 24-bit, 48 kilohertz, mono, the exact length as the sweep. Perfect. You uploaded it to TONE3000, you added a photo, named your model, told its story. You decided, keep it private, your personal vault, or go public and let the world hear what you've built. You downloaded the finished model, and there it was, your tone, perfectly preserved. But here's the fun part. Now that you know how this works, you can start breaking the rules. Train a model to sound like your old tape player, or route the sweep file through flat reference monitors and record a U87 to train a model that nails that signature Neumann tone. The possibilities go way beyond amps and pedals. You can capture compressors, EQs, tape machines, entire signal chains, and weird, beautiful, broken gear. And soon, you'll be able to make money from the captures you share. If you have any questions, do drop them in the comment sections below. Next up, I'll walk you through the dry-wet method, so stay tuned.